Continuing our Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 coverage on this channel, we're predominantly going to be going over some new, interesting information about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yes, I can say it right. And we're also going to be going over some other Marvel tidbits about other Marvel projects. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC pop culture-based videos we do on a daily basis. If you want to see that beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, just check us out on Instagram at Warstu. So if you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, hit the like button, hit the share button, comment 500 times. It helps the channel grow and helps this video get pushed out into that sacred YouTube algorithm. And also, follow us on Twitter, WarstuG. I've got like 5 followers over there, so I will respond to you pretty much on there. Is the easiest way to get in touch with me. And also, if you are interested, we are streaming, or will be streaming soon, on twitch.tv/Warstu. Right, let's get into this video. So it's worth saying, careful for spoilers. I don't want to ruin your life. So first, we're going to go over a few tidbits. So this is an interesting one, and it kind of coincides with what I said the other day in the most previous video, when I said this movie would essentially merge everything. So, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will faithfully provide closure to many Marvel movies from early 2000. And what does it show? It shows a picture of the Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, the Incredible Hulk, and the X-Men. Now, what does this mean? It means they're all going to die, maybe, potentially. I don't think they're going to die, but it would make sense if they did do a variation of Deadpool killing everyone. Oh, wait, Deadpool's not in this movie, because Don Campier, the Spider-Man No Way Home leaker, said that Deadpool's not in this movie, but he is, because we've seen images. Wade Wilson's in this movie because he is. I don't know why he keeps going on record saying he's not in it, when Don Campier literally leaked images to do with Spider-Man No Way Home. No idea what's going on there, but Deadpool is 100% in this movie. Do you really think Ryan Reynolds is going to go, I might not be the next narrator, but I can promise you I'm not in this movie? Or something like that. I'm actually freestyling. But yeah, Deadpool is definitely in this movie, even if it's the case of it's going to be Wade Wilson. But there is pretty much an image going around of Deadpool in the movie, and it's verified to be as real as the Wanda Maximoff fighting Professor X images. They are both as real as each other. So, providing closure to Marvel movies. What does this mean? Well, we do know that Professor X, Patrick Stewart, will be killed by Wanda. So pretty much what this means, if it's real, we always go over these rumors like they're real because then it's more authentic and more real and more exciting. I think what this means is a bunch of these roles will be killed off, and they will reboot everything. But as we know, the X-Men will be introduced during this movie. A bunch of other characters will be introduced during this movie, and they could absolutely retcon and reboot everything during this movie and have multiple instances of the same character. Now, there is a tidbit here that kind of coincide with what I've just said, that essentially says we will be getting not 1 Ghost Rider, but 7. No, I'm joking. 3. Warstu's going to be Ghost Rider. Interesting. So, here's another one. Rumor, the new Ghost Rider will debut alongside Nicolas Cage in Multiverse of the Madness. Now, this does sound a bit ludicrous, but if they are going to get rid of the past and bring the future, I can see that happening. I really can see that happening, and that would make a lot of sense. So, I briefly want to go over something that Don Campier said recently on his show, when he basically made out he knew a lot to do with this movie. It's going to blow your mind. It's got nothing to do with the cameos. This movie is epic. We've already gone over literally everything to do with Wanda being manipulated by the Darkhold, the strongest Avenger being manipulated, Chthon being behind it, the Elder God. There is literally nothing and no plot leak we haven't gone over. So for Don Campier to come out and say that he knows a lot to do with this movie because he reached out to 2 people and they confirmed it, and it's not out there unless they reshot 70% of this movie, which they did do 6 weeks reshoots, but that was predominantly cameo roles. I don't think they've cut that much out of the movie, unless the teaser trailer and trailer 1 were very, very misleading. I'm sorry, but that information is incorrect. The majority of this movie, as far as we're aware, is allegedly being spoke about online by multiple people already. So it's no mystery to me that Warstu will appear in this movie. We just can't really get an interview with him to kind of break down what the hell he's doing. But also there's another character in this movie called Tobey Maguire, who was a Spider-Man, who may have been No Way Home, is going to get into a fight with Wanda. Now, I believe we spoke about this on YouTube a few times already, but there is some new information, allegedly. You know, rumors, take it with a pinch of salt or a grain of salt, because as we said in the original video, Wanda could freaking take Thanos out, so a little weakling like Toby, Spider-Man, what the freaking hell is he going to do? So the rumor reads like this: Toby will fight Wanda in Multiverse of the Madness, but Wanda will kill Toby in the end. I hope that doesn't happen. So I've heard it's actually like a zombie version of Toby and not actually the real Toby. It's like a variant of Toby. But from the original information we went over, it said that Toby didn't really have a talking point, but Toby's voice dubbing actor was seen with Wanda's voice dubbing actor, which would make a lot of sense. So it'd be interesting to see how we see Tobey Maguire in this movie. He isn't really needed though. So also in the news, there was a lot of people talking about the Watcher being behind everything, because there is slight hints to the animated universe throughout the first official trailer. But there's also people that seem to think that Chthon will be behind the Darkhold. Pretty much me saying that. So I don't really think it would be the Watcher, but I thought I'd mention it here, because it does make a lot of sense if the Watcher was going to be involved, because we do know this is all building up to Secret Wars, and eventually the Living Tribunal, the Beyonder, the Watcher, Warstu, Galactus, etc., the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. It's all building up to Secret Wars, so we know the Watcher will come into play at some point, and he didn't slide him into DMs just for What If to not appear in live action. We already know this, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they execute it. So recently they have done more test screens, in-house test screens at Disney House of the Mouse, so we've been told, and they have been received much better post-reshoots. But what I find very fascinating about that story is the initial test screenings in-house at Disney were received pretty well anyway, so I don't really understand where they're coming from with this information from Twitter's scoopers saying it, because the initial one was received very well with a standing ovation and a gasp at the end, and then wanting another Doctor Strange movie. It's just going to be very interesting, because this is the case where everyone seems to think they know everything about this movie, and then they're going to slap you in the face when we see the movie, and it could be something that we've got no idea about if the movie is what we think it is, because there is a lot of people outside of the trailers that have absolutely no idea what is in this movie, even though we've already seen Professor X, played by Patrick Stewart, voiced by Patrick Stewart, although he's denying it's him. So it is really fascinating to see what is actually going to happen with this movie, because we know that a lot's going to happen in this movie. It is all about execution. We know essentially most of the movie actually happens in alternate realities and doesn't even happen in the main timeline to do with the MCU, because this is called Multiverse of Madness. The fabric of reality has cracked. We've seen it at the end of No Way Home. We've seen it in the Loki series. We've seen it happen multiple times at the same place at the same time, but realistically, we've seen it react differently. So I do read all the comments. So it is going to be very interesting to see which big bad turns up. We know Wanda's being manipulated by the Darkhold, but who is actually behind everything? Is it going to be Chthon? Is Kang the Conqueror going to appear right then and bitch slap Doctor Strange like the plot leak pretty much says, and that'll be the teaser for Kang variant appearing in Ant-Man 3, which is an up-and-coming movie. Obviously, it's not the next one. That'll be Thor, then Wakanda Forever, then Warstu Adventures, and then other movies coming next year. Obviously, Captain Marvel's, the Marvels, etc. It's a fascinating time to be a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and comic books as we know it. As we know, we've got the Batman movie coming next week, which is going to be freaking awesome. Review out Monday. Can't really say anything, but yeah, review out Monday for that. Non-spoilers. That's going to be interesting to see what I thought of the Batman movie. So let me know what you think about these little tidbits and these other rumors, guys. I've not gone over them, but we've not posted a video to do with this movie in a couple of days, and I've had it requested multiple times by multiple people, so I thought we'd put a video out. So let me know, do you think it's going to be multiple Ghost Riders in this movie? Do you think they're going to kill off everyone from every other Fox property because they're going to get a definitive ending during this movie? Obviously, to reboot the X-Men, potentially reboot the Fantastic Four, reboot Warstu, reboot everything else. It's just going to be very fascinating. Let me know, do you think the Watch is going to be here in this movie? Do you think Kang's going to appear in this movie? Do you think Warstu's going to appear in this movie? Do you think Ultron's going to appear in this movie? Do you think... Just let me know in the comments what you think about this movie going forward. Where the hell is it going? Is the multiverse going to stop here? Are they going to merge all the universes together? And this will be the end of the multiverse. I'm fascinated to see what you guys actually think. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below 50 times. Share the video. If you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, just check us out on Instagram at Warstu. And if you want to catch us out on Twitter, WarstuG. And I will catch you in another video very soon. But first, if you've made it this far, hashtag Team Warstu and hashtag Team Warheads. And I will catch you in another video. That mega video going over the full plot leak, correlating the trailer, is coming probably... I know it said over a week ago. It's probably coming on Tuesday. It's just taken me a while. So like always, guys, thank you very much for all the love, support, and feedback. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.